women in law enforcement for nominating me for this award. 15 years ago, I walked into a small town of Amherst, Nova Scotia, and embarked on one of the greatest adventures of my life. I was handed a crisp uniform, a map, a flashlight, and a set of keys. Not a lot of training. I was given the advice by some of my fellow officers that still mean a lot to me today, that you never ask someone to do something that I was unwilling to do myself, and to always remember that we are a team. This career has far exceeded any expectation I've had. Policing gave me a purpose, a passion, a second family. I found the love of my life, and I have 2 precious daughters. Last year, I stood on a stage very much like this to receive what I thought was the biggest accomplishment of my life. But today I stand before you humbled and still trying to rationalize this award. I'm aware that this award is a true testament to teamwork, and it belongs to so many other people that have been here with me along the way. I don't own this alone, and I know that these type of awards don't happen by themselves. I really don't have an amazing story to tell you how I got here. I'm going to try not to choke up right now, but I do have 2 amazing parents who never gave up on me, who were always there, never missed a game. And what I took from my childhood was a belief that everyone deserved the life I had, and I set out to accomplish just this. I come from a small town of just over 30,000 people in the Kennebecasis Valley, and you'll probably be one of the most intimidating groups I've ever had the opportunity to speak with. And it's probably because I gotta undo this, sorry guys. It's probably because when we were marching today, I noticed I was probably the shortest one in my line and kind of around me. Anyway, we sit here today as a nation. We have 60 different countries or more here. However, we all have the same belief. We set out to make a change. Each one of us in this room has held a hand, wiped a tear, looked someone in the eyes and told them that everything would be all right when we knew it wouldn't. We have witnessed life and we have witnessed death. We've had close calls, and we've all wondered if today was today, that we would not return home. And for some of us, we didn't. We are a unique group of people, but all together, we really aren't that different. This conference today is about leading the change, and one of the most incredible things I have learned from this is that 103 years ago, a woman by the name of Alice Wells was the same as you and me. She wanted to make a change. We have come a long way, ladies, since the struggles of Alice Wells. We have made leaps and bounds, particularly in the profession, but work still needs to be done. The anti-woman bias is still present, just more hidden than before. My department is no different, and we found ourselves in a negative spotlight in regards to harassment issues in 2016. And I put myself in the forefront of this after a female civilian informed me that she had been sexually harassed and sexually assaulted by one of our members of management. It wasn't a difficult decision to come forward when she reported to me. But what I found was difficult is sometimes the battles you face inside the 4 corners of your department and those 4 walls can be harder than the ones you'll face out on the street. However, what made the difference this time around in our office was that a new chief was put into action. This was Chief Stephen Palmer, who made drastic improvements to women in policing. He should be here with me accepting this award. Through the ups and downs of my own career, I have learned what it's meant to lead the change. We are in a world of negativity, where we are flooded with it. We feel like we are drowning. We are on cameras, and we have cameras on us at all times. We are scrutinized and we are judged, and the media eats us alive for any story they can make, especially color versus color. We walk around with targets on our back, and we would die for what we believe in, and we all believe in a change. In this career, things are constantly changing. We have to keep up with crime trends. We have to keep up with technology and society. And change is good. It motivates us. It keeps us moving forward. It freshens things. But if we took a minute and we went back and we looked at the basics, we all set out in the first day of our careers to make a change. We all wanted to change the world. The nice people in my office who wear white shirts and ensure I get a paycheck every week, and I'm truly thankful for them. But what keeps me going no matter what battle I'm in, whether it's inside the four corners of my office or outside, I choose to remain the same. I want to make change. I remember each time I put my boots on, strap on my gear, that I work for the people out there, the people who need me. I work for my community and I work for no one else. Change is sometimes going back to the basics. It's keeping the same foundation, it's just rebuilding. It's standing up and doing what is right, even if it means you're standing alone. It's supporting your brothers and sisters and putting aside internal battles you may have. It's remembering who you really work for, why you started this career in the first place. It's because everyone in here believed in change. The biggest opportunity I've had to witness recently, I don't have it written down here, but I do want to speak on it just for a moment, with regards to change. Over the course of the last few weeks, my department has worked quite a bit in Fredericton, New Brunswick, where 2 officers had lost their lives in the line of duty. What I watched was inspirational, was a community that came together. And I watched an inspirational chief speak at the funeral of these 2 fallen officers. And despite the worst case possibility, she encouraged all officers to go back, to continue on, to let their light shine. Really, what she was asking everyone to do was go back to the basics and make a change. When you leave here this week and return back to your agencies, when you put your boots on, your sneakers, your high heels, whatever you may be wearing, remember sometimes change is getting back to the basics. Remember who you work for and why you began it. I will leave you with one quote, and it's a quote that I choose to live by, and it's from a dying man. It says, "Leave this world in a better place than the way you came into it." And that, ladies, is what we will do. Thank you.